Have any of you ever heard of those experiments where they subjected water to certain things and reactions were actually seen? If you haven't, you're about to be dazzled, my friends.
We create 50 frozen samples of every water specimen and frozen at minus 25 degrees centigrade. The crystals start to grow and expand as the temperature of the ice tip rises under the microscope. A beautiful hexagonal crystal with delicate trimmings growing slowly from the 6 points of the hexagonal core.
So what we have here is a bunch of researchers that are exposing water to certain vibrational frequencies. Now, looking at this rationally, the vibrational frequencies of certain words could actually influence the molecular structure of something. However, something else goes on when we ourselves speak, and that is the emotional connection with the words that we actually vocalize. Now, this emotion is actually vibrated on the biofield level. Now, what you're seeing here are a bunch of the images that were taken as certain molecules of water were allowed to actually freeze under the given conditions. So this is the before and the after picture of a Buddhist's prayer. So how does the water actually act when it's exposed to something other than positive feedback? I mean, is this something which could actually transcend the borders of language itself? Because wouldn't one word which we associated with negative definition not be negative somewhere else? And that's where the emotional vibration of the biofield actually comes into play, where your true intention is actually transcendent of definition.
But back to our study. We took young people, 21 of them ages 20 to 35, and here is just an example. This is a consistency across subjects. This was from our preliminary data on classical music. Let me draw your attention to this area right here. This is your visual cortex. Here on the left and the right, this is your auditory cortex. Again, this is degree. Now I want you to look at the differences, again, across subjects by genre. Notice in country, lots of visual. Rap and hip-hop, more auditory. Rock, both. And on preference, if they liked it. Again, we're seeing default mode. But notice this blue area here. Okay, this is your frontal region, some executive decision, working memory, and attention. And now let me draw your attention to the like. Again, default mode. Again, the frontal region. But notice in dislike, nothing going on here.
The professors arranged for Coe to undergo a functional magnetic resonance imaging procedure, or fMRI, that would help explain the science behind sound and the brain's ability to process it.
fMRI is a very powerful technique that basically allows you to see activations in your brain as you're doing certain tasks, for example, or thinking certain thoughts.
Electromagnetic radiation interacts with atoms and molecules in different ways. Starting with X-rays, well, they have so much energy, they can excite the inner electrons of an atom to a higher energy level. UV visible, well, that excites the valence electrons to higher energy levels. Infrared radiation will cause some molecules' bonds to vibrate. Microwaves cause gaseous molecules to rotate. H1 NMR, the interaction of radio waves and a magnetic field, will flip the proton in the hydrogen nucleus. And just to complete the set, molecules are ionized and flung through a bent tube, different masses and charges on the fragments.
But right now, everybody here is radiating an electromagnetic field that is at least 8 feet from where they are, that can be detected, and we are creating interference patterns. So
if you actually look online, you're going to discover a lot more than just the water molecule experiment. The experiment goes, get some rice, put it in 3 separate environments, one of love, one of hate, and you'll find drastic differences in the two after they've been exposed to environments of love and environments of hate. What the studies themselves are trying to voice is that even though negative action obviously has repercussions or consequences in regards to our environment, even actions that we ourselves don't act upon, our intentions, have a direct influence on the environment as well. So I decided that I was going to replicate this experiment to the best of my ability. I mean, it's not too difficult to actually procedurally and scientifically replicate what was being observed in these experiments. Fill up a pot of water, put your stove on medium high, let the water itself come to a boil. Now, I have some time to voice what I actually think is really going on here. There are two explanations. One is that the vibration that you actually create when you are expressing negative ideals, thoughts, or intentions is one which disrupts the harmonious nature of even inorganic particulates in your surrounding area, and organic particulates as well. I mean, the universe itself is a composition of harmony. It's a geometrical uniformity which exists based upon the principles of harmony itself. So, if we ourselves become an object of disharmonious nature, then what ends up happening is we ourselves interfere with the molecules on a molecular level. And that would actually provide explanation to what we see going on. So as you see here, I got my rice cooked. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this rice in 9 separate containers. That way we have some duplicates for each environment. We have the hate environment, we have the love environment, and we have the ignored environment. We'll see if we get consistent results across the board in regards to the observations. And then based upon the observations and the results, we can come to certain conclusions. Now, what should we actually take away from this experiment if everything goes according to plan? I mean,
you're so white,
can we
fluffy,
truly be
and delicate,
beings of
like
love
a cloud,
in its
that
entirety?
I would imagine in a dream.
Can we not ever express hatred? Can we not ever be that which ignores something? I don't think so. I think that these are all a part of life, and without each of these individual experiences, we may not even be able to experience the other. So what you're finding out now here is that I am seeing something grow in the love containers. It's beginning to sparkle. It's truly growing miraculously right before your eyes. You can see that the intentions of love are directly influencing the container. And even a heart is beginning to form within the container itself. Love truly has a way of overpowering us all, folks. Even something as simple as rice with the word love written on it. And miraculously, this was observed across all the containers marked with love. They were delicious. And I definitely felt the love tonight, everybody. You can see here that even some form of, luminescence actually came into play, and this happened on all the containers with love. I'm guessing it was directly influenced by an organism of love affecting the containers themselves. Miraculous to behold. So, what happened to the containers full of hate?
Fuck out of here.
Stupid fucking rice. Fuck you, rice. Fucking rice.
fucking worthless. You'll never amount to anything.
Wow, this is an extremely different reaction on the rice than the love container. I mean, it's life-changing to witness this experiment. The manifestation of an organism of hatred has truly expressed itself in the rice labeled as hate, manifest by my direct intention of hatred. This is some breaking edge shit. These results are astounding. Categorically, they are all very similar, even this horribly formed little black wiener.
So as you can see, there were all differing amounts of reactions to the rice in which we experimented with today. The biomolecular process associated with thought and intent manifests itself affecting the surroundings and the environment, therefore affecting the rice itself, giving us the results that we saw. And there you have it. Intention is everything, folks.